Hey guys, Josh here, and today we're having a look at the Andes 300 from AmpAce. This is an awesome power bank. It supplies 300 watts of continuous power, has a bunch of different ports, and it's very useful, so let me tell you more about it. For those of you who are on the go a lot, campers, hikers, or if you're like me, you live at home a lot of the time and you stay at home, but you still need power on the go. For example, my home studio always requires power whenever I go out and shoot. I always require power. Having battery banks like this are extremely useful, and also I've been having a lot of power blackouts lately because of the heat. We've had earthquakes in Los Angeles, so it's always great to have some sort of backup power. I have a ton of different batteries, but this one has to be one of my more favorite ones because of its size and its power output. And on top of that, it uses special batteries that don't only last 300 cycles like traditional lithium-ion batteries, but you can get over 2,500 cycles before the batteries start to degrade, which gives you about, with constant use, about 7 to 10 years of life. So, I mean, you're gonna keep this thing for a pretty long time. So when it comes down to ports, we have two AC ports. These are American ports. We have one 3-prong, one 2-prong. We have a circuit for those two AC ports, which is great. We have one USB-C out port, which is also 100 watts out of power. This is in and out, so you can charge this battery using USB-C. And then we have two USB-A ports and a car jack port right here. And on the back, you're gonna have your OSHA connector right here, and this is what's gonna get you that 260, 270 watts of input power to recharge this battery in about 1 hour. All right, so this is rated for 300 watts of continuous power. I'm gonna go ahead and hook up 200 watt light to this battery. We're gonna turn on the AC out. There we go. And now we're gonna turn on this studio light at full blast. Okay, we're at full blast. I'm kind of at an awkward angle right here, but basically we have this massive softbox with that 200 watt light. I mean, this is the fan noise that's coming out of the unit. I'll be quiet right now. It's very quiet compared to my other battery bank systems. It's the quietest one yet, so really love that. As you can see here, we are running 219 watts. And this will run for about 1.2 hours. So let's test it out and see how many devices it can power. I'm gonna hold down the power button right down here. Okay, it's gonna light up green right there. I'm gonna turn on the AC out. And we're just gonna plug this guy in. And this is actually going to charge my V-mount batteries. So let that power on. Okay, so we're getting about 79 out. Next, I'm gonna take my laptop. This is a MacBook Pro 16-inch. And we're gonna use the USB out to charge that up. And as you can see, we are running 171 watts out. So we can keep adding until we reach about 300 watts. I'm gonna plug in my Insta360 camera here. Here's my camera battery charger. Okay, so it still wants me to plug more in. We're still at about 160 watts. It's constantly changing depending on how fully charged things get. So I'm just gonna keep adding different devices. All right, I'm gonna plug in another action camera. And now we have a whole mess of different devices. We have a V-mount battery charger, MacBook Pro, Nikon camera battery charger, and two action cameras. It's a little bit too easy for this Andes 300. Let's see if it can power something way bigger. All right, what about a washing machine? This is the cable to the washing machine. Okay, let's run a cycle and see. So far, 152 watts. That's what it looked like it peaked at. No way. So if you are experiencing a power outage and your washer is still connected to your water, you can use this little battery bank to power it up. Let's see if we can connect my 3D printer to this thing. Let's preheat the 3D printer and see if this battery can actually power it on. Heating elements usually take a lot of power. Okay, look at that. We actually crossed 300 watts. So that's awesome. 321 watts, but we will only last about 41 minutes at this output. But you can definitely power a 3D printer with this battery. Sorry, one of my fans went bad in a 3D printer, so it's making a lot of noise. AmpBase also has an app which you can control this battery bank with without even touching it. It has both a Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connection, and you can change settings such as the display on time, the sleep time, you can update the firmware, and you can even control how much this battery gets charged when you plug it in. And to lift up the battery, we have a nice metal handle on the back. And here's a little size reference of what the battery looks like when you're holding it. So if you're interested in the Andes 300, make sure you check out the link down below. It's a great, unique little power bank, and I use it a lot, and I think you will too. All right, so I'll see you in another video. Peace out.